Hey, if I could go back in time and tell myself one thing, it'd be this: enjoy Spanish Fork exactly as the way it is. My family moved back to the Spanish Fork area in 1980. Back then, less than 9,700 people lived in Spanish Fork. Fast forward today, a lot of people found that this is a great place to live, and more than 46,000 people call Spanish Fork home. On today's video, I want to just share with you some of the top reasons why you should consider calling Spanish Fork home.
Give me one reason, one good.
And every day I help people just like you move to this area, and I'd love to help you too, but I can't help you if you don't call me. So reach out to me, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'll make sure to leave my contact information in the description down below. But with that, let's get into it. All right, guys, so one of the top reasons I choose Spanish Fork, or that you should choose Spanish Fork as a place to live, is the outdoor lifestyle. One of the great things about Spanish Fork is it has a fantastic park system and this trail system. Today's Labor Day, and we're out on a family hike on the Spanish Fork River Trail. We're actually on the upper portion from the Dripping Rock portion, which goes from basically the Spanish Fork golf course, all the way up on top where you can kind of overlook the valley. This river trail goes all the way along the Spanish Fork River down into town to the Spanish Fork Sports Park, and it's just a great place to be. So you can't really see it from here, but just behind me is what's called the Spanish Fork Cross. It's the Father Escalante and Dominguez Cross, and it represents marks when Father Escalante y Dominguez came into the Utah Valley back in 1776 and claimed all this region for New Spain. And so to commemorate them coming here into the valley in 1776, they erected a large cross up there. And I'll make sure to put some video footage of it so you can check that out. And that is just a really fun hike. It's not that long, probably take you 30 minutes, maybe even less. If you're in good shape, you probably run up it in 10, and gives you stunning views of the valley. So just really the outdoor lifestyle of Spanish Fork is amazing. Just right behind me, I'm gonna turn around, maybe walk backwards. You can see that's the mouth of Spanish Fork Canyon. And just up Spanish Fork Canyon, you've got Schofield Reservoir, you've got Diamond Fork, Thistle Creek, Nebo Creek. You can get up to, did I say Strawberry Reservoir? Just in the Diamond Fork Hot Pots. There's just so much outdoor recreation, so darn close to Spanish Fork. That's really one reason why you guys should consider calling Spanish Fork your next home. Some of the additional outdoor lifestyle stuff that's really close to Spanish Fork is, of course, you have Utah Lake, which is a great summer activity. Go out there and go boating on that lake. A lot of people love to also ice fish out there in the winter, or even just fish during the summer. You're really close to Provo Canyon. Provo Canyon is really one of the most beautiful canyons I think I've been in. Beautiful rock formations, gorgeous Bridal Veil Falls. And then also you're really close to the Alpine Loop Road there. Goes right on up to Sundance, so you can enjoy the skiing activities in the wintertime there, or all their great summertime activities like the chairlift rides where you can put your bike on there and go mountain biking. It carries it up on the ski lift, or if you want to go watch some beautiful fall colors, you can just pay a little fee and ride up those lifts for that. And of course, Deer Creek Reservoir's up there. So just, man, really so much to do as far as outdoors goes in this area. I've also forgot to mention the Nebo Loop Road, just around the corner here from Spanish Fork, going up the Payson Canyon. That is absolutely an amazing fall drive. I've actually got a video on what it's like to do that fall drive. You can watch that video by clicking here. Or if you want to watch a video about the fall drive up there, going up to Sundance and up the Alpine Loop, you can watch that video by clicking here. But again, just an outdoor recreation paradise. People that will love to live, mountain bike and hike and bike and fish, even using four-wheelers and side-by-sides. Spanish Fork is just a gateway to all that fun outdoor recreation. Spanish Fork really does have an amazing parks and trail system. In fact, even right behind me now, they're building a state-of-the-art brand new community recreation center. Right now, I'm at the sports park on the south end of Main Street. Let's go check it out a little bit. The sports park's absolutely amazing. They have all these baseball diamonds, so you've got baseball teams, softball teams that utilize these fields. There's also behind me this way, great big wide open fields for soccer and football, all kinds of recreation that way. They've got pickleball courts, tennis courts, a frisbee golf course, and way off in the distance you see the trees back there. That's the Spanish Fork River Trail. That's the Spanish Fork River. You've got the trail that runs all the way down here to the sports park, all the way up to the mouth of Spanish Fork Canyon, up to the Dripping Rock section of the trail system. So the parks are just amazing. Now, if I was to rank my parks as far as my recommendations for like young kids and teenagers and adults alike, I'd say my number one park for the kids would be the All Abilities Park. The All Abilities Park is one, it's kind of up on the East Bench here in Spanish Fork. It's called Adventure Heights, and it is an All Abilities Park. It is absolutely stunning and amazing what they've done with it. They've created a little mountain with waterfalls coming off of it, and they've got basically splash pads, a little river running through it, and all kinds of playground equipment for kids to enjoy of all abilities. They even have a little musical area where the kids can pick up their little whatever you call it, like xylophone thing, and they can play a little music on that. Just pretty fun. That's a cool park. If I was to rank another park, I'd say the North Park's really great for little kids too. That's just to the north side of Costco in the shopping district area of Spanish Fork, and that's a really fun park as well. Nice playground area and a splash pad, perfect place for little kids. And then also for teenagers, I'd say a lot of the teenagers really love the reservoir, the Spanish Fork Reservoir up at the mouth of the canyon, for kayaking and swimming in the reservoir, and then hiking up to the cross. So that's a great place. And then as far as like families and places to hang out, my personal favorite is Canyon View. That's up at the mouth of the canyon. I just have all kinds of memories of going there. So does my wife, for family reunions and get-togethers on the 4th and 24th of July for the holidays around here. And it's just one of the fun, memorable parks. It's really kind of the original park in Spanish Fork. They've really added on to the park system. In fact, let's see if I can find that. Oh, there are 18 main parks as well as 11 mini parks. A mini park is described as a park that has got 3 acres or less. Most of those are kind of used also as water retention basins. So anyway, one of the fantastic things about Spanish Fork, an incredible park system, beautiful trail systems. You will love it. Okay, so right behind me is the Spanish Fork Police Department, and a whopping 97% of residents that were surveyed in an online survey felt like they live in a very safe community. 44% of them said there were maybe a few problems, but the rest of them were like, hey, this place is great, no problem. So overall, residents feel very safe here in Spanish Fork. In fact, here's some of the crime statistics. Shows there's violent crimes, 1.3 per 1,000 residents. Property crime rate, 10.2 per 1,000 residents. And Spanish Fork is consistently ranked among some of the most safest cities in all of Utah. So a great place to live because you feel very safe, and it is safe. For families that are considering moving to Spanish Fork and they have children, schools play a big factor in the area that you choose to live. Spanish Fork has some wonderful schools. They have 2 great high schools. In fact, I'm in the parking lot of the brand new Spanish Fork High School. It was the original high school. They just actually tore that school down just a few months ago because they just completed the brand new high school. In fact, my mother went here, both my in-laws went to high school here, my siblings went here, my wife and all of her siblings went to high school here. They all loved it. So they've got the 2 high schools. You got Spanish Fork High School, which has a strong academic. Let me find the stats here. They've got a graduation rate of 95% and an average ACT score of 22. So great high school. Probably about 15 years ago, they built a second high school up on the East Bench. That's called Maple Mountain High School. And their statistics are 96% graduation rate and an average ACT score of 23. Maple Mountain High School serves the East Bench of Spanish Fork along with the city of Mapleton, and that's a great school. There are 2 middle schools or junior highs, whatever you want to call them here. You've got the Diamond Fork. I think it's middle school is what they call it now, in the Spanish Fork Junior High. I did actually go to the Spanish Fork Middle School when I was a kid, and then they've got multiple highly rated elementary schools here, and I also attended elementary school here back in the mid-90s. I went to Larson Elementary School, and it was a good school. So Spanish Fork has great schools that you can enroll your kids in with good education, good teachers, and good performance for graduation rates and test scores. One thing that makes Spanish Fork really unique is Spanish Fork Main Street. It's kind of like the quintessential downtown Americana. It's almost like you step back into an 1800s Western novel. Still has that feeling with all the the charm of the old time historic buildings. And there's lots of wonderful shopping along here. Of course, dining. Some of my favorite places along Main Street would be the Wall Brothers. That's one of the newer attractions where they sell fresh fruit and all kinds of dehydrated fruit and candies. And they have a fantastic, they specialize in like apple cider donuts and as well as also apple slushy with ice cream in it. That's just a fun little date night place. That's on the south end of Main Street. And then also just right behind that's the Spanish Fork Fairgrounds and the rodeo grounds where they hold the Fiesta Days Rodeo, as well as the Utah County Fairs held at the fairgrounds. Now, of course, one of the local favorites along Main Street is Glade's Drive-In, where you can get just a good old-fashioned hamburger and fries. In fact, every time my brother comes in town, he always has to go there and order up some French fries with the white and pink fry sauce. He really loves the white fry sauce. My dad loved getting the fresh soft serve sherbet from Glade's. And it's quite a unique place because there's no dining, there's no in-store dining. Everything's outside. You order at one window, stand and wait outside, and then your food's delivered at another window. So it's open it's open every day of the year, and people just go. Even if there's a blizzard, you'll see people standing outside waiting to get their food. Now, my personal favorite along Main Street would be Arrozo's Mexican food. It used to be called Mi Rancherito. Has the exact same menu as the Mi Rancherito in Payson. I absolutely love this place. Best Mexican in town. And hey, my number one recommendation here is a number 14. That's 2 hard-shelled beef tacos and 1 beef enchilada. Great place. So again, just the charm of Main Street in Spanish Fork makes it a great place to live. Now, the only drawback, as you can see, there's a lot of traffic. In the last 10 years, this road has become really busy most of the day. Back when I was a kid at this time of day, I'm here like at right around noon, you wouldn't hardly see another car, but that's not the case now. You're going to see a lot of cars. The community, well, Spanish Fork's had a lot of growth. It's 46,000 people. When I was a kid, it was like under 10,000. Salem was around 1,000 people when I grew up. Now it's over 10,000. And so, yeah, Salem and Woodland Hills and Elk Ridge, all those cities to the south of Spanish Fork have really exploded in size. And one of the main ways to get in and to their communities is through Spanish Fork Main Street. Now, I find a different way in and out of town now, but just one thing to be aware of. It's the only drawback I have with Main Street is it's really busy. Other than that, really fun place to come and check out all the shops. In fact, right here, this is J-Mart, the print shop. I've had a lot of items printed here at this print shop over the years. Back behind me, you'll see the Rockies taking tires, got tires done there. This block here was kind of fun back in the day. There used to be 3 drugstores, one on the one end, one in the middle, one on the other end. Now there's just the one drugstore, and it still looks very much the same as it did when I was a kid. It's called Stone Drug, and it's just, again, it's like walking into a 1950s drugstore. They've got a little counter where you can go and order hamburgers and fries and milkshakes right inside the old drugstore. That's still kind of fun to do. So this is a great aspect of living in Spanish Fork, Utah, is this really unique Spanish Fork Main Street. Welcome to the Canyon Creek shopping district of Spanish Fork. This is a new shopping district. In fact, when I was a kid, the only thing out here was Kmart, Arby's, and McDonald's. It's a far cry from that now. You've got Hobby Lobby, Walmart. In fact, the Kmart was turned into a Target. There's a Lowe's department store. There's even a brand new hospital here nearby. Of course, there's plenty of other dining options. You got Roomby Island Grill. You got phone stores, Verizon. You got places like Great Clips to get a haircut. There's a movie theater here. Other fine dining like Texas Roadhouse, Olive Garden, Chili's. So you got a Ross and a Petco. So there's just all the kind of shopping you could want to do right here in Spanish Fork. So instead of having to drive up to Provo, you can get all of your shopping done right here in Spanish Fork. So welcome again to Canyon Creek Shopping District. in Spanish Fork. So also located in the Canyon Creek shopping area, you've got a brand new Kmart, or excuse me, you have a brand new Costco, and then Neaters, Cubbies. I'm trying to think the restaurants are there. Just a whole bunch of restaurants over in that area. Super Chicks. So just a lot of places to enjoy over there. Oh, there's a Culver's over there. There's like a Whole Foods store in that area. So there's just, again, everything you need right here in Spanish Fork at the Canyon Creek Shopping District. And yes, right down off in there is a little creek that runs through here, hence the name Canyon Creek. You can see this part of Canyon Creek's got a TJ Maxx over there. There's a Down East Home and Clothing, a Maurice's. There's a Five Below and an Old Navy over here, as well as a home goods store. Panda Express is just over across that way. Got a Popeyes over there. There's multiple credit unions in this area. Okay, I'm up here at the Spanish Fork Reservoir Park. I talked about that earlier in the video, and this is a place where kids and families alike just love coming and playing there in that reservoir. There's also a really nice pavilion right here and a playground back there. So I think finally one of the things we ought to talk about is affordability for Spanish Fork. Well, just so you understand the demographics of Spanish Fork, the median income is about $76,000. Population's just heading north of 46,000. And I'd say the average home price for a pretty typical starter home is going to be anywhere from $550,000 to $650,000. In fact, I took a drive through some of the neighborhoods on the east bench of Spanish Fork where there's a whole bunch of new homes. So check out this quick drive. Okay, so that's really one of the draws to Spanish Fork is just there's a plethora of very affordable, beautiful new homes, particularly on the East Bench. Again, you're going to find homes in the $550 all the way up to $1 million. I'd say the average of those price homes are probably somewhere from $650 up to about $799. That's probably the average price of those homes, with square footage is around 3,000 to 4,000 square feet. There's also quite a few townhomes that are available. They're around the mid 400,000 range on the townhomes, and there are a few condominiums. Those would be closer to maybe 380 to 400,000. When I talk about affordability, Spanish Fork is only about I'd say 10 minutes south of Provo. And just going up to Provo, you're going to pay probably 10 to 15,000 more for the same type of home. You head on up to Lehigh, American Fork, Highland, you probably pay anywhere between 20 to 40,000 more for a similarly sized home. So that's a huge draw for people wanting to come and live in Spanish Fork, as it's just more affordable than other parts of the valley, even including the communities that are just about 5 miles south of Spanish Fork, like Salem, Woodland Hills, and Elk Ridge. You're also going to pay probably around 20,000 more for a similarly priced home. So that's what makes Spanish Fork so attractive: affordability, well-priced homes, and location. It's just close to everything. Like I say, about 10 minutes to the exit to Provo, so you're probably about 20 minutes or so to Brigham Young University. You're about 17 or 18 minutes to Utah Valley University, and then up to Salt Lake, you're about 50 minutes to Salt Lake. I'd say 35 to 40 minutes to Lehigh and Silicon Slopes. So, Spanish Fork is close to that tech sector. So the job market in Spanish Fork is pretty attractive just because it's located close to a lot of high quality jobs in education and in tech. From outdoor adventures to family-friendly parks, great schools, and a safe community, it's no wonder a lot of people are calling Spanish Fork home. Hey, every day I help people just like you make the move to Spanish Fork, and I'd love to help you too, but I can't help you if you don't call me. So give me a call, reach out to me, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd absolutely love to help you. I'll make sure to leave my contact information in the description down below. And if you've found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap on that notification bell so you can stay current every time I drop another video about living in Utah Valley. And if you've enjoyed this video about Spanish Fork, you might also enjoy my video about driving around on the east bench of Spanish Fork and Mapleton. You can watch that by clicking here. Or if you want another video on the pros and cons of Spanish Fork, you can watch that video by clicking here. And we'll catch you on the next video.